Hi, I'm Krista. Welcome to yoga. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and also go to my website kpoweryoga.com and sign up for my newsletter. This will be a shorter practice, really good for the evening or really any time of day that you just want to quiet down a little bit, unwind, or get some stretching into the hips. So any time of day, but particularly beneficial for an evening practice. So let's get started. We'll begin standing in Tadasana. So make sure that you're well grounded in your feet and that your weight is equally balanced between both feet. Lift your shoulders and just roll your shoulders back and down and close your eyes. Stand tall in Tadasana. If closing your eyes makes you feel a little bit unsteady, it's perfectly fine to keep the eyes open. Just begin to become aware of your breath. Allow your breath to flow, but notice it. As you're breathing now, equalize the count of your breath. So count the length of your inhale, match your exhale to that count. Continue a few more rounds. Finish the breath you're doing now and then do one more full cycle of breath. Just let the counting go once you've finished. And open your eyes, just give your legs a shake, give your arms a shake. So we're going to go through a round of slow classical sun salutations. Sun salutations can be a little bit energizing, so we'll only do one round. We don't want to do too many of them for an evening practice in particular. So one round, which is 2 sun salutations, is good for evening. We don't want to do too much more than that. We want to avoid stimulating too much solar energy in the evening time. So we'll just go through one round of slow classical sun salutations just to warm up before we get into some stretches. So in Tadasana, take an inhale, lift your arms, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Take your back knee down to the mat and just hold there. Hold this low lunge. Notice the stretch in the hip flexors. Hip flexors can get really tight when we're doing a lot of sitting, or if you are a cyclist or a runner, you might have tight hip flexors. Really important to stretch them. So now we'll get a little deeper. Come up, bring your hands to your knee. If that feels like it's too much, take your hands back down to the mat. If you can go a little further, just start to lean back a little bit and notice the stretch right here in front of the right hip. Take your hands back down to the mat. On your inhale, lift your right knee, hold your breath, step your left foot back into plank. Exhale, drop the knees and just come down with a straight spine, modified plank. Inhale, cobra, nice and slow. Come back down on your exhale. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, push up to your knees. Then exhale, lift your belly just to pull you back into down dog. It's okay to keep your knees bent here if you like. Next, inhale, step your right foot forward, take your left knee to the mat. You can use your hand to help bring your foot forward if you like. Plant your left hand down, slide your right thumb into your hip crease, take an inhale. On your exhale, come to a twist to the right. Back to center. Take an inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward. Arms front, coming up. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, hands to the heart. So that was half a round. And we'll lead with the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step the left foot back. Drop the knee. So the right foot is front. This is the same lunge we were just in when we did the twisting lunge. Stay for a moment here, hands down. And if you feel enough stretch in this position, you can stay there. If you'd like to go a little deeper, come up, bring the hands to the knee. And if it feels appropriate for you, you can come back a little bit. Take your hands back down, lift the back knee on an inhale, hold your breath, step your right foot back. Exhale, drop the knees and come down. Cobra on your inhale, back down on your exhale. Inhale, push up to your knees. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward on your next inhale. Take your right knee down to the mat. Slide your left thumb into your hip crease. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come to a twist to the left. Come to center. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward. Arms front, come up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a couple of breaths. And then reach up, hold on to your right wrist. Take an inhale. Exhale to the left. Breathe here. Straighten out, inhale, take one of the left wrist, exhale to the right. Inhale, straighten out, exhale, release. Bring your right knee up, cross your ankle over, and sit yourself back. Hands can just rest on your leg, or you can bring your hands to your heart here if you like. If you'd like to go a little bit further, come a little bit deeper. You can take your hands to your ankle for more challenge, or bring your fingertips to the mat if you find it a little too unsteady with the hands on the ankle. And coming up, feet together, take a breath. Left ankle over, sitting back. So just stay for a moment, hands at the heart or hands on the leg. No rush. If that's enough, you can stay there. If you'd like a little more, you can bend a little more into the right knee. Hands can slide down to the ankle or just fingertips to the floor if you're feeling a little bit unsteady. Up, feet together, stay for a moment, take a couple of breaths. Slide your thumbs into your hip creases, feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale, On your exhale, you can press in with your thumbs gently. Pull your thumbs out to the sides, hinge at the hips, fold over. Stay there, take an inhale. And exhale, keep reaching your chest forward, come down. Slide your hands down the backs of your legs and just hold. From here, bend your knees, take your hands down to the mat, take one knee down and take the other knee down. Come up to standing on your knees. Take your left leg out to the side. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, over. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, take your arm down, bring your knee back in and go the other way. Take your right leg out. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Bring your big toes together, knees out to the edges of your mat. Hips back toward the heels. So we'll come into a twisting, widening child's pose. If you'd rather not twist, that's okay. You can just come forward and hold child's pose. Otherwise, come forward, extend the right arm forward, slide your left arm under, look at your shoulder and try to get your shoulder to the center of your mat if you can. And switch sides. Coming up, slide your right arm under, try to bring your shoulder to the center of your mat if possible. Coming up, bring your knees in and just come forward onto your belly for a moment. Right elbow is bent, left arm down by your side. Slide your right knee up towards your elbow and turn your head to the right. And then just relax, breathe here. Nice way to relax the hips and the lower back. Take 2 more breaths here. And you can switch sides. Straighten the right side. Bend your left elbow. Head turns left. Slide your left knee up. Close your eyes. Just relax and breathe. 2 more breaths. And after your second breath, you can just straighten out, push yourself up to your knees, and come back to child's pose for a moment. Come up out of child's pose, just shift your feet over toward the left. Bring your right foot right into the left upper inner thigh. So not deer pose, not at the knee. Bring it a little bit closer toward the groin. Turn to face your right knee. Take an inhale. Your exhale, come forward. And then inhale, round yourself up. Just a little bit of movement. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, rounding up. Exhale. Round up on your inhale, and then we'll hold. Exhale, come forward, and just hold there. Relax. Come up and switch sides. Legs go over to the right. The left heel comes in close to the right groin. Turn to face the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward. Round up on your inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, round up. Exhale forward, and we'll hold this one. Inhale coming up, exhale come forward and hold. Up. From here you can just come to your knees. Slide your right knee forward and stretch your left leg back. So come into pigeon. We'll start a little more actively so we can get a good stretch in our pigeon pose first. So just notice how your hips are sitting here. If you're coming up high but you're shifting over, stay a little bit lower so you can try to bring the hips a little more towards square with the mat. Come up a little bit if you can, so we get a little more stretch into, once again, the hip flexors, into the back leg. Let your next exhale take you forward now. You can stay there for a few more breaths. If you'd like a little bit more here, you can come up a little bit and once again twist. Slide your left arm under. If you need to support your head, your right hand can come under your head here. If you're twisting, you can slowly come out. And from here, just shift your hips to the right. Slide your left leg up and just adjust so now you're in deer pose. So the right shin parallel to the front of the mat if you can. And from here, just lean yourself back. You don't have to go very far. You can come down to the elbows if you're able to, but you don't have to. back up into table pose and we'll come into pigeon on the other side. So left knee forward, take your time to set yourself up. Extend the right leg back. When I come into pigeon, I like to take a little bit of time. I like to kind of wiggle a little bit just to loosen up my hips. Notice how my hips are feeling. And then I take some time to adjust the angle of the front leg. Watch the knee, so if you're taking this leg out too far and it bothers the knee, then that's a little bit too much, so bring it back a little bit. And then once you've found your position, stay up a little bit. Make sure it feels okay for you. So the higher you come up, the more you might feel this in the lower back. So if that feels like it's too much, you can lean forward a little bit, but try not to come all the way down just yet. We want to make sure we get our active stretch in first before we release into the pose. Let your next exhale take you forward. And if you'd like to add the twist, you can come up a little bit, slide your right arm under, and come to a twist. Left hand can come under your head if you like. Come up, shift over to the left so you can slide your right knee up. Just adjust your legs so you're into deer pose. Try to have your left shin parallel to the front of the mat if possible. And then just start to lean yourself back. So you don't need to go very far. This might be enough. You might get down to the elbows. Doesn't matter. If you're coming back but you're starting to pop the knee up, or maybe your hip is lifting, then don't go any further. Just come back up so you can keep your legs in deer pose. Come up, take your legs out in front, legs straight, toes pointing up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lean forward just a little bit. Keep your back long, keep your legs straight. Take an inhale there, lengthen a little more. Exhale, maybe go a little further. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe a little deeper. Inhale, a little more length. Exhale, a little further and hold. Keep your back long for now so we get more of the stretch into the hamstrings here. Now take an inhale. On your exhale, just soften. Let your back round, so now we'll get more stretch into the back. Walk your hands back, bend your knees, wrap your arms around, hold on to a wrist, pull yourself forwards. We're not just kind of hanging out here, you're pulling yourself through your legs. This can help to relax your back. To a cross-leg position with your right leg in front. Reach back and hold on to your right wrist. Take your arms a little to the left and then tilt your head to the left. Keep your body up straight. So you just want to feel this down the left side, or down the right side, sorry. If that feels like it's a bit too much, you can just keep your hands to the sides here. You don't have to hold your wrist. If you hold your wrist, you might feel a little more going down into the right arm here as well. Straighten out, switch hands, so hold on to your left wrist. Arms go a little right, tilt your head right. You can change the arms if you like. And release, take an inhale. On your exhale, come forward, bring your elbows down if you can, and bring your chin into your hands so that you can relax your neck. If you can't get your elbows down, that's okay. Hands can just be on the mat, but relax your neck and let the head come forward if that feels okay. So always be aware of how it feels in your neck. If that bothers you, then keep the head lifted. So chin in the hands if you can. Now if you can go a little deeper, you can take your hands down, take an inhale, and exhale, go a little further if you want to. And coming up, switch your legs. Left leg in front. Stick your chin out and tuck it into the top of the collarbone. Keep your chin close to your chest. Sweep it side to side. Just gently. And take your fingertips to the back of your neck. Bring your head up and tilt back, but not too far. Your hands are there to support you. This is an important movement, but we want to make sure we do it safely. Straighten out, just bring your hands to your knees, turn and look over your right shoulder, keep your body facing forward, just turn your head. Come out of your twist just a little bit, tilt your chin down and look towards your right knee. Straighten out, turn your head to center, and then look over the left shoulder. Back out just a little, tilt your chin down. Your head up, turn to center, take an inhale. Your exhale, come forward. If you can get your chin to your hands, take your chin to your hands. Otherwise, just let the head come forward so your neck is relaxed. And you can come deeper if you like. Take an inhale, exhale. Walk your hands back and extend your legs. So you can come down onto your right side. This way. So come onto your right side and bring your knees up close to your chest. Keep your knees together. Extend your arms straight out from your shoulder and bring your palms together. Let your chin come towards your chest for a moment. And on your inhale, lift your left arm and let it drop back. Exhale, bring your hands back together. Inhale, open. Keep your knees together. Exhale. Last one, we'll hold this one. Inhale, open. And stay there. So make sure the knees stay together. If you find this is too much for your shoulder, bend your elbow so your hand can be on your hip and you can let the elbow drop. It's not quite as strong for the shoulder. Next exhale, coming back to the start position, hands together, chin to chest. And roll onto your back. So if you can get yourself into eagle arms on your back, then we'll come into eagle arms with the right arm under. Otherwise, you can just hold onto your elbows. So the arms will go overhead holding the elbows, or the arms will go overhead with eagle arms, and you're trying to bring your fingertips toward the floor. So let's turn sideways here. So right arm under, eagle arms if you're able to, and then the fingertips go toward the floor. If that feels like it's too much, just hold your elbows instead. This can actually help to relieve headaches, depending on what is causing your headache. And just slowly release your arms. Arms out by your sides for a moment, relax. And you can roll on to your left side. So knees are up close to the chest. Arms are extended straight from the shoulder, palms together, chin to the chest. Inhale to lift your right arm, drop it back. There's a little more space here, hold there. And then exhale, bring your hands back together. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands back together. We'll hold this one. Inhale, open. And hold. So make sure the knees stay together. If you start to let your knees come apart, all you're doing is rolling onto your back. And we want to make sure we're getting a nice twist here as well as getting into the shoulder. On your next exhale, bring your hands back together. Stay for a moment there, chin to chest. Roll onto your back, knees bent. So eagle arms with the left arm under, or hold your elbows. If you're holding your elbows, switch them so the other arm is on top this time. So either holding the elbows or left arm under into eagle arms, and then fingertips toward the floor behind you. Release. Stick your arms down by your sides, relax. Extend your arms straight out from the shoulders, bring your knees together. So either knees are side by side here, or if you'd like a deeper twist, you can cross your right knee over. Take an inhale, exhale, knees to the left. Bring your legs up and switch. So knees can be together side by side, or the left leg is crossed over. Take an inhale, knees to the right on your exhale. So this is a low twist. Make sure that your feet are still touching the mat, or at least the right foot is still touching the mat here. Bring your legs up. Uncross your legs, take your arms down by your sides, take an inhale, roll towards your tailbone, exhale, press your lower back down. Again, inhale, exhale, one more time. Neutral spine. So now we'll go to a mid-level twist, option to use eagle legs here or just the knees side by side. So arms go out to the sides. Lift your feet so your knees are over your hips. So you can stay there and keep the knees side by side, or the right leg over into eagle legs. But make sure the knees aren't too close to your chest. So back them up a little bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees to the left. So we're getting a little bit higher up into the spine now. Coming up, either knees side by side over the hips or left leg over eagle legs. Inhale, exhale, knees to the right. And coming up, bring your knees in close to your chest. So now we'll do a higher twist, getting a little higher up into the back. Once you're into your twist, there'll be the option to extend your top leg, or you can just keep your knees together. Take an inhale, exhale. Try to get your knees close to your left arm. And once you're in your twist, you can extend the right leg if you like. You might even be able to take the right big toe with the left peace fingers and thumb. And your right knee, if it's straight, bring your knees back to center so they're close to the chest. Inhale, exhale, knees to the right. Let them come all the way down. And then option to extend the top leg if you like. And your left knee, if it's straight, bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees in and just stay there. Make your feet active. Bring your knees close to your chest. Try to breathe into your legs. Good for your digestive system. It's also a little bit of a stretch for your lower back. Take your feet to the mat. Soles of the feet together. Drop your knees open. Arms to cactus arms if that feels okay for you. If not, you can change them. Hands to the belly or whatever position you like. up. You can use your hands to help if you need to. Knees into the chest. Stay for a moment there. Keep your knees together. Circle them a few times clockwise. Counterclockwise. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up, bring your nose to your knees. If you can reach your feet, hold your feet and bring your nose right in towards your knees into ball pose if you can. Back down to the mat. Find your position for Shavasana. So knees can stay bent, feet or legs can extend, or if you'd like to a little more for the lower back, feet can come wide, knees can drop in, hands can come to rest on the belly. Find your comfortable position. Close your eyes. Relax. So we'll work with the breath for a moment here as we're settling into Shavasana. So when we started this practice, we began with an equal count breath, a balanced breath. Now we'll take the exhale 2 counts longer than the inhale, so it's a calming breath. So on your next inhale, count the inhale. And as you exhale, take the exhale 2 counts longer. And then just continue for a few rounds, exhaling 2 counts longer than the inhale. You can just continue that until you feel settled, until you feel like you'd like to just let that go and settle into Shavasana. Start to bring your attention back to your breath, your body. Bring some gentle movement into your fingers, your toes. Give yourself a gentle stretch. Roll to your right side when you're ready. Bring your knees up towards your chest and stay there. No rush to come up. Help yourself up to seated. Sit with your knees bent and your feet on the mat in front of you. Bring your elbows to your knees, Hands together, rub your hands together and generate some heat between your palms. Not your hands, rub the palms together. Once you've got some heat between your palms, or keep your eyes open and bring your palms over your eyes. And do the same thing, so rub your palms together, generate some heat between your hands. This time the eyes will be closed. Palms over the eyes, close your eyes. Come to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Hands together at your heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.